All right, now we're going to get into the top 10 products from Amazon that we reviewed in 2022.
Top 10.
We've done some great products this year.
Yeah, I think they all blur together at a certain point, you know?
Along with the other 50 some products we receive each week from Amazon, right? Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm thinking, what are we going to do? We're going to start with number 10.
Number 10.
You got Friday plans? Well, the Bev by Black & Decker, it's like a Keurig, but for booze. I thought this was interesting. I didn't get a chance to sample it and really test it out like you did. Give a quick rundown on why this made our top 10 list, Matt.
Sure. So as we go through this top 10, you know, I think our criteria was things that we use the most often still.
Yeah.
Things that we ended up buying ourselves after we gave it away. Mm-hmm. Or things we wish we would have kept. Right?
Yeah.
Now, this falls under the category of one of those things that we ended up buying another one to give away. And I really, really like this, the Bev. My only complaint with it, though, is the fact that let's say you want a shot of Jack Daniels. Somebody just wants Jack on the rocks. You can't do that. You can't just say, hey, give me a shot. It always has to start with one of those pods.
You're right.
Right? Which is great if you don't ever want to think about it. You just want to put a pod in and get your drink. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. That's what it's meant for. Yeah. But it has so much more potential as a automated bartender that, you know, all the hardware's there, everything's there. They just didn't do it.
Right.
So,
and you know
that's
why?
my only complaint.
Because that's is a business. That's where they're making the money, is on the pods.
I'm so done with that though, right? I'm hearing now, you know, printer companies that you pay a little money and they'll give you more ink out of the cartridge that you already own. I saw a car manufacturer that you pay more money and they'll turn on heated seats in your car for you. It's not
so it's like a feature that's locked.
It's well, you bought it.
Well, it's not too dissimilar than, you know, the Tesla. I've got a Model X. And
I don't like that model.
You've got the full self-driving. There's all of these add-on features that require a monthly subscription.
But that's a choice from a business, right? And I think a lot of companies are going that direction for the recurring revenue. But if you look at Rivian in their Driver Plus system that they just came out with, it's free. Yeah. Right? They're not charging. Now, granted, it probably won't always be free. They'll probably change it, but different companies take a different perspective, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's with the car that is constantly evolving from a technology standpoint, like the Tesla. You know, you get these periodic upgrades. I mean, think of a car that's got the ability to continually improve. That doesn't. You know, these cars...
Software is one thing, though.
Yeah.
But hardware is something different.
Right.
If you already own the hardware and they're now charging you more to use it, like a heated seat, I don't know.
That's kind of gimmicky.
Or to get more ink out of the printer cartridge that you already bought.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
I'm with you. We're in alignment there. Number 9 was the PortaSpit Rotisserie Barbecue Charcoal Grill. And again, this is another one of those products that I didn't get a chance to really, you know, dig in. This had my vote just because I thought from I love to barbecue. This to me looked like a really cool engineering different take on the standard barbecue.
I just love the flavor of charcoal, and I love rotisserie chicken. So this just checked all the boxes for me.
But the angle that it put the charcoal, right? It kind of looked like it came from, you know, some different angles.
Yes. Yeah. You definitely have to add more charcoal as it goes. It's not automatic, but let me tell you, the flavor and the finished product, Takes a little work. It takes some cleaning up, but
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even compare to anything else out there.
How was that thing to break down and clean up and package back up to ship out to our winter?
Miserable. Miserable. Like a lot of things, to be honest with you. Vacuums, those are horrible. Anything food related, yeah. But of course, that is part of the reason why it takes so long to ship things out sometimes. So.
That's right. So number 8 was the Anker Liberty 4. So Anker, for me, was a product that I was very familiar with, but from the battery standpoint, you know? And so when you were like, yeah, we've got these Soundcore, and I started to kind of dig in and do some research for the review, I was like really impressed. And then you obviously were hands-on. What'd you think about these noise-canceling earbuds?
I mean, they're light and the fit. I've never had earbuds that the fit was so good, honestly. I mean, these things are not coming out of your ear, which for me is the most important thing about an earbud.
Right.
And that's where these excelled. I mean, if I'm in a store and I'm looking at the Google Pixel Buds that we just reviewed, the new Apple AirPod Pros or these, I'm going with these.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but they really were that good.
Yeah, you know, I had the apples, and I don't have the apples anymore.
You lost them?
Yeah, man, it fell out of my ear.
That's the worst.
Right?
And the price point on these, right? You can't beat them. So at least if you lose them, you're not going to feel as bad.
Yeah, the Googles looked interesting. I mean, the seal that they kind of are driving is a differentiator. How did those things feel in your ears?
I really liked them. At first, it was strange because they're
You
not
kind of lock
hanging.
them in, right?
Yeah, they're. It's a different feeling when they're in your ear, but I really like the flat face on it. That
Yeah.
was easier for me to navigate with my finger than the AirPod Pros where you got to find the parts sticking down and then rub up and down.
They kind of reminded me of like, and we're much older than most of the people kind of watching, but it reminded me of like the U.S. Enterprise and something that Sulu might have been wearing. Remember those little modules that they had, those little ear things? They just look like little buds kind of in your ears, right?
Yeah, they sounded great though.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's just I really, really like the fit of the Ankers.
All right, number 7 in our top 10 products of 2022 was the Bellissimo semi-automatic espresso machine plus frother.
Now this falls under the category of something I wish I wouldn't have given away.
Yeah.
This, out of all the coffee machines we've reviewed, and for everyone we've reviewed, I probably tried 5 more at home. And this is that one I keep coming back to as what I compare all the other ones to. It was just so simple and easy.
Yeah, gorgeous too.
The cleanup was easy. Like everything was just simple and easy. One button push to make your cup of coffee. I just really like that about that unit.
Yeah, really gorgeous unit. And we've done some really nice espresso machines on this channel.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody out there appreciates the level, the quality of those espresso machines that we've done, but there's been some nice ones.
Agreed.
All right, number 6 on our top 10 products of 2022 was the Mighty Carver. And that was in our 3 must-have Shark Tank products.
Yes.
That could change your life.
So, do you have an electric knife?
No.
Oh, it's such a game changer.
Why?
You don't. It's one of those things that you just don't use that often. But when you do, I mean, look at what this.
I know.
It demolishes anything you throw at it.
I
right?
get it, but
and then look how it cuts meat. That's incredible.
But is it really that much better than like a really sharp Japanese chef knife?
Yes.
Like if it was so great, why aren't the top chefs in the world in there with like,
I have the answer to this for you. How good are you with a chef knife?
I'm pretty good.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
So I'm not. I mean, I know how to use one, but
the key is keeping it sharp.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe that's it. This thing, you don't have to worry about it. It's
Yeah.
just easy. You pull it out and the thing will demolish anything. It makes you look like a pro with no effort.
Just from the thing looks cool and it's a great conversation starter at holiday parties. And and then you add on that it's functional, that it actually works.
Yeah.
It's hard to deny. And that's why it's done so well, I think, as a product, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the downside is it's just one more appliance in your kitchen, right?
Right.
And it's big.
Right.
So.
All right, number 5. Number 5 in our top 10 products of 2022 was the cold brew coffee at home.
Again, coffee is one of those staples for me that every single day, I got to have my cup of coffee.
Right here.
And, sometimes you wake up in the morning and the coffee hasn't been brewed yet. You need to go. I love this thing because you just open up the fridge, you pour it in there. You can make it a week ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's there. It's easy. And I kind of like cold brew. It's smooth. I love the flavor of it. The KitchenAid, it worked great. And it was this nice, thick, heavy, well-designed glass. I mean, that's the way to do it. There's not a whole lot of fancy technology that goes into it.
Sure.
It's functional, it looks good, and the price was right.
And you didn't experience any of the problems around the leaking of it?
No, never had an issue with that. I could see, like, maybe if you get some ground stuck in it and you're trying to close it, it's not closing all the way. But
right. Yeah, no, I mean, this is what I go to, and what is this, $779 or something? Like, they add up.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
From a cost standpoint. And so to be able to kind of make your own cold brew at home and have it in the refrigerator ready to go anytime makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So that was a cool product. All right, number 4. And number 4 was interesting. I was not familiar with Fossil in their smartwatches. Obviously, I'm familiar with the Fossil brand, but this smartwatch was a really, really gorgeous looking smartwatch, and the battery life is something that really, I think, separated it from a lot of the competitors in kind of that smartwatch field. But the looks of this thing, the rugged, gorgeous kind of like industrial, were really cool. It was a gorgeous watch. I know that was a tough one for you to ship out, right?
Yes, this is, and again, still to this day, I regret that one, right? But I have so many other watches that I just can't justify going out and buying another one. So, but I really, really like that watch. It checked all the boxes, and even the things that you maybe don't think about when you buy one watch, but how it sits on the charger. Mm-hmm. Right? Like the Garmin's, you have to plug them in. It's like a thing that clicks into the bottom of the watch. I don't really like that. I like the Apple, the Samsung style, this Fossil where you set it on a magnet. Mm-hmm. And then it could be by your bedstand, it could be on your desk, and you could still see the time on it. So again, this watch, the size, the shape, the software on it was fantastic. That one checked all the boxes.
Cool. Yeah, it was gorgeous too. All right, number 3 in our top 10 2022 products we've reviewed on the channel was the Yale Smart Lock. And, I don't have one of these. And every time we do a review or, we start doing some research on these kind of products, I go, God, why don't I have one of these? And, I just have not taken the time to install, but they make so much sense, especially if you're at a place where you've got a multitude of people coming in and out, like my office, right? This thing would be perfect at the office. Yeah. And I think I might grab this thing and stick it at the office. So if you lose your key, like all of those reasons that you normally, would, oh my God, you don't have a key, or it's solved with this. And then you can let people in remotely. Let's say you're at your house and somebody needs to get down into the studio here. you can unlock the door for them, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I have one of these on every door at my house now, and it's one of those products. I was going through the list. What could I not live without?
Yeah.
And this is one of those products, right? There's times where I go to yoga very early in the morning and I don't have house keys. I don't have house keys. Mm-hmm. And I don't have room in pockets for them. And I come home and then, nobody else is up yet, so the garage is closed. I never have to worry about that. I can get into the house. And what I love about these Yales is the number one complaint, and I've actually been in this situation at somebody else's house where the battery in it died, and they didn't carry around the key.
Right.
So we had to call a locksmith to come out and, pretty much destroy the lock to get into the house. But these Yale ones, they tell you, they like a month ahead of time, they tell you when the battery's starting to go dead.
Yeah.
So if you get into that situation, it's your fault.
Okay.
Right. And that's what I love about the Yales. The other ones I've seen out there, they don't announce like low battery, time to replace the battery, and then give you ample time to do it.
So I know the one that we compared it against, right? Was it the Q?
Yeah.
That had a key as a backup, right? The Yale didn't have a key.
Not this particular one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they've got a version where you've got a key as well if you needed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the case of my friends, they did have the key, but they didn't have a key, right? And they didn't hide it outside their house. I mean, who really wants to do that nowadays? So,
Yeah.
But again, that's what the Yale one doesn't have the key. That's not important to me. Knowing when the batteries are going dead is probably the most important thing, and that's where this thing delivers.
Cool. All right, number 2 in our list of top 10 products we've reviewed in 2022 was the Delta Monrovia kitchen faucet with Touch 2.0 technology. Now, we've got one of these at the house. I love them, man.
Once you go touch, you don't go
Right?
back. Again, this was one of those categories that what could I not live without? And I say that, it seems so simple, but and I'm sure you do it. Every time you go to somebody's house and you go to wash your hands, what do?
That's it.
You just touch the faucet.
That's right.
Right? And you expect it to come on.
That's right.
It changes the way you think in such a positive way, I think. But
Dude,
they're so convenient.
You know what? I also do that with my car. I become so used to walking to my car and having the door open for me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That I sometimes will walk up to I get into my wife's car and I stand there for a second waiting for the door to open.
So
it doesn't
funny.
happen, right?
Or get out of a car and you don't turn it off.
That's right,
You leave it
man.
running,
I
yeah.
totally leave the car running.
Yeah, it's same thing with these. It's such an advancement in the way you do things that it just, when it's not there, you really feel it.
That's right. All right, Here we go. Number 1. Our number 1 product of 2022 was the DeWalt screwdriver, the DCF682N1, which I thought, dude, what are we doing reviewing a screwdriver? What? But man, that thing was so cool. And
I use it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, it's cool. I
Yeah.
mean, it is, it's a combination of incredible engineering with, one of the most basic, simple, foundational tools that everybody has in their toolbox.
Yeah.
And the thing is just neat. It's just flat out cool.
I firmly believe that you could throw that thing at anybody and they'll love it.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those products that it would be really hard to be like, there's this one thing I don't like about it, right?
Right.
It's that kind of product. It's fantastic.
Cool. Well, that was our top 10 products that we've reviewed in 2022. We hope you liked those. This has been Review to You from Matt and Gary. Thanks for watching.